Shields up, Ironbreakers. Rurikon here coming at you with another episode of the Dark Souls 3 blind playthrough. And this particular episode is probably going to be a little bit smaller, or maybe even a lot smaller than the other episodes. This is mostly an update episode because some of you guys might be wondering exactly where the embargo, how far the embargo allows us to actually play the game and show it to you guys, which kind of makes sense because the game hasn't really come out yet. I mean, I'm not sure if by the time this video comes out, who knows, but my predictions is at the rhythm at which I'm releasing videos, this video should still come out before the embargo is lifted, unless something changes in terms of Bandai, at which point I might upload more videos after this one before the game releases. I don't know. That's the whole point. But to give you guys the answer, the embargo that I personally was given said I can't go beyond the Dancer of the Frigid Valley, which I haven't found yet, and I can't go beyond the Abyss Watchers. Now, what has happened is in the last episode we killed the Abyss Watchers, so I'm not allowed to show you anything beyond that, which is why I'm doing this kind of like half episode. Because basically what I did was I went back and I checked all of the dialogues and all of the things that could have changed, as well as I did an upgrade to my weapon and did a whole bunch of stuff, but it wasn't live because I've been sick. So I've just like went and did all this stuff. It took me several hours. I explored the crap out of the Cathedral of Deep. I still couldn't find the way across the place that Patches was in. I'm thinking that might be a one-time thing where you just kill Patches and then you cross it. Because if that's not the case, then I don't know how to actually get there. But anyway, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. For starters, here's all the dialogues, all of the things that I've been doing that are relevant, that I've done since the last episode.
Oh, hello. You've come at a good time. It took some prowling, but I finally made a score. Go on, have a gander.
What's the Undead Legion doing with a coal such as this? I'd heard one of the Crystal Sages had sided with Farron's Abyss Watchers. I suppose it must be true. You should know, this coal is imbued with magic. First one I've ever seen. Hardly a surprise, is it? I've never been one for books or wise men. If you seek pyromancy tomes, take this sage advice. The lands of the Lords converge upon Lothric. The home of pyromancy's drifts comparatively close as well. At least, that is what pyromancers of the Great Swamp believe. The place is called Izalith. Oh, how I wish to behold a primal pyromancy. Well, these are old tales. No one knows where the truth begins or ends.
You offed the Lords of Cinder, the Undead Legion. So that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place.
Ah, most illustrious Lord Seeker. Or should I say, Lord Slayer? Fine kindling for the thrones, is it not? each soul truly worthy of lordship, and all slain by thy hand, to bind them to their thrones, even in death. Oh, I have no qualms, for as we are to our thrones, thou art to thy duty. In fact, methinks thou'st helped these poor lords along their rightful path.
Ashen One, what woeful umbral ash is this? This barren dust, stuff of a fool, won't yield aught. Where didst thou happen upon the stuff? Tell me for the sport. Oh yes, I see. Clinging to lofty dreams in this dying world, more's the pity. It must come from one most foolish indeed. Wouldst thou not agree?
You've gone and rescued her, have you? How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help. Yeah. Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate. I am Egon, a knight of Karim. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety. And only for that long. What's the matter? My terms are very simple. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety. And only for that long.
Hello again. I have since heard a great deal about you. For one, that you are most gentle of heart. I, too, am bound by duty, but can offer you my sign. I hear that cordial intrusion lays the path to embers. If I can be of help, by all means, do call upon me. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. If you should require assistance, use my sign. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Ah, I know you. Been some time. I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus? This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates? Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here.
Okay, so things to take into consideration about that little video that you guys just watched. I used the transposition thing to go ahead and buy myself a Havel's ring with the Soul of a Stray Demon. The only other thing that I could have purchased was the Boulder Heave, which is a pyromancy, and since this character is not going to be casting any spells, I decided to go ahead and get myself Havel's ring, whatever you want to call him. And that allows me to equip a lot heavier armor. And also, I've killed the that Black Knight that we found in Road to Sacrifice, was it? Because I was just wandering through the area and I saw that he had respawned, so I went there and killed him, and he dropped his Black Knight shield, which I'm currently using as my main shield. I also equipped this Blue Sentinels thing because I was trying to see if I could do some PvP. I was trying to get myself a couple of souls because I think I now understand how the curse works. Because I was looking through all of my items, and if you guys notice, we have a very special item over in the keys section. Actually, we have 4 of them, which are the Dark Sigils. Now, I know that I've been complaining a lot about the curse, but I've been just like recording and recording. I haven't really stopped to look at all of the items that I've collected. And then I found this and I was like, what is this thing? So, a black gaping hole in the flesh that resembles the brand of an undead. The darkness of humanity seeps from this bottomless pitch black hole, the gap filled by the accumulation of the curse. This dark sigil will never heal, but there is a tale told of a firekeeper who returned from the abyss and brought great comfort to the bearer of the curse. Now, the problem is, I've already used the heal dark whatever thing, and it didn't do anything. And then I was like, okay, I'll just do it again. And then she's like, yeah, this time it's 54,000 souls. Now, I want to do it, which is why I've kind of been collecting souls. But I just don't have enough souls yet, and I don't feel like using hard souls for this, because I think this might heal one of the dark signs, and then the next one's going to be like 110,000 or something. And yeah, it seems like it's going to be pretty expensive for me to get rid of this curse. At least these are the conclusions that I'm taking from what I've seen so far. Anyway, a couple of more things that I want to tell you guys, and I just forgotten about it, which is the soul of the Abyss Watchers actually gives us access to 2 new swords. One of them is the Wolf's Knight Greatsword. Greatsword of a knight tainted by the dark of the abyss and master of the wolf's blood of Pharaon. The Wolf Knight was the first Abyss Watcher, and his sword is more punishing against creations of the Abyss. Skill, Wolf Sword. While in stance, use normal attack for a low spinning slash or strong attack to leap forward in a vertically slashing somersault. Does this seem familiar at all? The design of the blade, the text, all of these things. For those of you that still haven't caught up, this is Artorias' sword. Or at least it should be. I haven't bought it yet. And then, actually, does this only cost souls? No, you still have to get Soul of the Blood of the Wolf. And then the other thing that you can get is the new Pharaon Greatsword, which is also by the same soul. So basically you have to make a choice. You either get Artorias' sword or you get Pharaon's Greatsword. Now, I wonder if you need both for a trophy or something. I haven't checked up on the trophies yet, because when it comes time for the trophies, I'm going to do those in the PlayStation 4. So, yeah, I don't know if you need both of them for a trophy, but if you do, you're going to have to go into New Game Plus territory to actually platinum the game. So just letting guys know ahead of time. Either way, Pharaon Greatsword. This is the sword, obviously, that the knight was using against us. You can see the little knife thing that he was driving and slashing on the sword. Greatsword of the Abyss Watchers, which is typically paired with an unusual dagger. The dagger is utilized as a wedge in the left hand, while the greatsword is held in the right. A unique technique that was synonymous with the Undead Legion. Confounds foes in the manner of wolves hunting prey. Skill, parry, deflect an attack when timed properly, and follow up with a critical hit executed with the dagger. It's interesting that the critical hit is executed with the dagger, because technically speaking, daggers have higher critical chance than swords. And this particular dagger looks nasty as hell. Now, I haven't traded this soul in because I haven't made my decision. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Now, a couple of new things. You guys saw that I've gave the old lady a new ash, and she asked about it. So I want to just show you guys something, which is, to me, one of the most important things she now sells: Titanite shards. Okay? Finally, she sells Titanite shards. The most basic ones, not large ones. Either way, she also, at some point, she started giving us the Crescent Axe. I don't know exactly when that was. And she now gives us the armor of the Undead Legion, which are the guys that we fought, the Abyss Watchers. This is their armor. So if you want to look like one of those guys, you're free to do so. And then there's also the Mask of the Exiled, which are the two guys that you fight in the Road to Sacrifice, which I noticed just now. Then there's Lloyd's Shield Ring, which boosts damage absorption with speed. I'm not sure if I have this ring already or not. And the Sage's Big Hat. This does not look like Big Hat Logan's. As a matter of fact, it looks really bad in my opinion. That's personal opinion. Neither here nor there. To each his own. So that's the new items in there. Then again, I also told you that there were a couple of new items over at this guy. The most important thing in my opinion is the Pontiff Knight curved stuff. I don't know what the hell a Pontiff Knight is. I don't know if I fought him, and I just don't remember it. But he now sells this stuff. He also sells you this Zweihander, which I don't think he did before, as well as the S-Stock. Bardiche, couple more shields, as well as a Pontiff Knight shield as well. So if you want to do like a Pontiff Knight roleplay thing, whatever the hell a Pontiff Knight happens to be, this is where you do it. He also now sells large arrows, standard arrows, and fire arrows. So let's hope our dude doesn't die. I'm considering the next time he asks me, because I believe that eventually he'll ask you to... this is my belief. I believe that he'll eventually ask you to go ahead and go on another of his hunting trips or stealing trips, whatever. And I'm considering whether or not I should allow that, because I get a feeling that eventually he's going to die. Also, you've seen that Yodel died, as well as our new Goth friend also died. But I was saving the pièce of resistance for last. So let's take a look at an item we currently have here in the key section as well. Cinders of a Lord. Cinders of a Lord left by the Abyss Watchers. If the Lords will not return to their thrones themselves, let them return as cinders. The Watchers of the Abyss swore upon their shared wolf's blood, which also served as their mandate as Lords. Now, my curiosity is this thing going to open up a new section of the game? And maybe we can go do, what's her face? God damn it, what is her face? Dancer of Frigid Valley? Is this going to open that up? Or is this actually going to do nothing? That's the part that I don't know, and that's why this episode can either be a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. Well, damn. I had waited a long time to put this soul in here because I was curious as to what was going to happen. And apparently, not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal at all. Wow. It was just like a little animation. There you go. Boom. Done. Congratulations. You turned in the souls of the dudes.
Welcome home, Ashen Speaker.
Let's see if she has something else to say.
Ashen One. Sovereign. Ashen One.
Nope, she has nothing new to say. Let's check on Ludluth. He already gave us a different dialogue earlier on. Let's see if he's got something new.
Aha, thou return. So, have... fine kindling for the... oh, I have no quarrel. In
Nope.
fact, methinks... Now,
Nope.
do not be away.
So it doesn't look like I can even show you guys anything else at this point. Oh man, I was really hoping that this would open us up for something new, but as it turns out it didn't, so I'm just gonna go back to, where is it? Do I have one of these? No. Just gonna go back to, where was it? Spharon Keep Perimeter? And I'm gonna place myself as to where we're going to go next on the next episode, because it turns out I never found the Dancer of the Frigid Valley, and this is going to be a rather short episode. Oh, by the way, I've killed these guys. This is a good place to farm souls if you guys are curious. Also notice how the Blue Sentinels thing, it's active always. So like you see the thing flashing, it's actively looking for people that are getting invaded. Oh damn, I did not plan on this. You done? Wow. I guess he's not done. Jesus. Okay, you're done now. Cracked Red Eye Orb and Dark Mask. What I was going to say is that I got the entirety of their armor. So if I wanted to, I could totally be like a Dark Wraith right now. As a matter of fact, it looks like I have 2 Dark Masks. What I don't have is the Dark Hand yet. Yeah, Skeletor mode engaged. They're a little bit more twisted than in previous Dark Souls, but okay. Either way, yeah, what I wanted to... Oh, wow, their armor is heavy. Real heavy. What I wanted to say is that I got their armor, and now we're going to head into... What leggings was I using? Actually, I might have not been using these. I was probably using this, and then this. No? No, I was using the Fallen Knight. Okay. But yeah, we never found the Dancer of the Frigid Valley, if you can even access her without killing the knights. Because the American embargo was different than the one for Europe. So I was confused as to whether or not you could kill the Dancer of the Frigid Valley. Maybe if you go back to where the woman who gives you... Oh, actually, now that I think about it, the woman who gives you the... You guys remember the heraldic... After the first boss, there was a woman who gave you a banner that you were supposed to use to move forward. She told you to seek the souls of lords. Well, we finally turned in the first soul of lords. So I wonder if something happens there. Well, I came back here, I spoke with her, nothing really happened. Now, I have a suspicion because of the amount of bloodstains in here. I have a suspicion that if I was to attack her, something would happen that would trigger the fight with the Dancer of the Frigid Valley. But the thing is, I really don't want to attack NPCs on my first playthrough because I want to experience the game, you know, as a almost peaceful kind of playthrough. So we're not going to attack her just yet, and I believe that something will reveal itself after the Lords of Pharaon that will give me a clear indication to come back here and beat the ever-living crap out of her. I don't know. I believe that something is definitely going to happen. But as of right now, this is pretty much all that I can show you before the embargo lifts. So I just wanted to leave you guys with one last thing, and that is something that I found out in my many hours of exploration before I made this video, and that is, check this out. Oops. Damn it. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, guys, check this out. Boom. Nothing happens. Okay, what I meant to do was this. There's a shield slam. I mean, in the other Souls games, there was always shield slam, the thing where it blah, smashes down with the shield. But this one is an actual shield slam. Like, see it again. He actually lunges forward with the shield. And you can bet your asses, this is something that I'm going to find a way to introduce into the build. I still don't know which shield I will be using, but I definitely need this. Problem is, I'm going to require a bigger mana pool to actually use this attack off. I mean, just look at my mana pool right now. And this is while I'm using the Pharaon Ring, which reduces a skill FP consumption. So yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it was such a short one. It was just like to get you guys up to date on what's been happening with the build. I'm now going to be recording stuff that is only going to appear after the embargo is lifted. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Comments, feedback, all the kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one.